Welcome back to another Electrified Reviews. My name is Mitch, and today we're going to be checking out the Freedom 2.2 by Wing Bikes. The Freedom 2.2 by Wing Bikes aims to offer a blend of utility and style wrapped in a lightweight aluminum frame. Targeted towards both daily commuters and casual cyclists, it boasts several features that are unique to the Wing products. The Freedom 2.2 is currently going for $1,100, so let's delve into the details to see if it lives up to the hype. Some of the key features include a top speed of up to 25 miles per hour, a 36-volt 550-watt Bafang motor with 55 Nm of torque, 36-volt 8.8 amp-hour battery, a Shimano 7-speed drivetrain, a lightweight aluminum frame, mechanical disc brakes with 180mm rotors on the front and rear, and the whole thing weighs approximately 39 pounds. The first impressions here are that the Freedom 2.2 has a sleek design, emphasizing a high polish and ergonomic components. The built-in headlights and taillights are immediately noticeable, pointing to the bike's emphasis on safety. The removable battery design shows thoughtfulness for urban commuters who may need to charge their batteries indoors. This is a big step up from bikes that have a similar design but do not have removable batteries. Battery bonus point goes to Wing. The motor is a force to be reckoned with. Its top speed of 25 miles per hour makes it well suited for quick commutes. With 55 Nm of torque, you can tackle hills without breaking a sweat. While it's not overly powerful, it's got enough oomph to cruise around pretty easily. And me being 5'10", 220, that is saying something. The UL certified battery promises longevity and offers a range of up to 60 miles per charge, making it perfect for both short commutes and weekend riders. Now, 60 miles is definitely best case scenario and doesn't factor in using the throttle at all. While there are some that will ride that way, most of us probably want to throttle here and there, so you'll most likely get less than that best case scenario figure. The Shimano Trinity drivetrain has 7 speeds and provides enough gear for range for city and off-road use. The Shimano rapid fire shifters make gear transition smooth and effortless, and it looks a little bit sleeker than the Shimano SIS Index shifter, like we'd seen on a lot of bikes at this price point. So all in all, big fan of the shifter here. The custom LCD display keeps you well informed about your ride, offering speed tracking, distance tracking, assistance level, and battery level. It also allows you to activate the built-in lights, and it has a horn, and there's useful additions for night riding and safety. The lightweight aluminum frame makes this bike easy to maneuver, and the high-polished ergonomic handlebars offer a comfortable grip. We've mentioned the throttle a few times already, and you won't see it because it's still in the box. If you want your throttle, you're going to have to install it yourself based on our experience. Not a huge deal, and Wing provides some literature to help you install that. The bike is designed to accommodate a wide range of rider heights, making it a versatile choice for riders between 5'6" and 6'4". Now, the standard height is right at 30 inches, so it's a bit of a hike to get your legs over if you're a bit on the shorter side, though 5'6" is still a reasonable minimum height here, in my opinion. Some of the cool additional features here are the anti-theft. Comes with tamper detection and alarm. We've got integrated lights for added safety and visibility. We've got 5 levels of pedal assist and a walk mode, so you can customize your riding experience. We also have the motion alarm. So if you lock the bike and somebody tries to move it, it goes off. It's super loud, pretty obnoxious, but all safe things should be that way. Now, what could be improved? The first thing that comes to my mind is the brakes. So though they are functional and they stop the bike in a reasonable amount of time, upgrading to hydraulic brakes could offer enhanced stopping power and would overall elevate the bike as a whole. I mean, I'd rather pay an extra, $100, $150, something like that to get some hydraulic brakes. The last thing that could be improved is the weight. So at 39 pounds, it's relatively lightweight, but there's always room for improvement when it comes to weight. The design screams ultralight, and it's almost there. With a few tweaks here and there, might be able to get down to 34, 33 pounds, something like that. And, as you can tell, based on some of the improvements here, brakes are pretty obvious. The weight is kind of like, I had to get picky when I was coming up with the second one. So the final verdict here is that the Freedom 2.2 by Wing Bikes is a versatile, stylish, and functional e-bike, suitable for a range of riders. With its powerful motor, long-range battery, and thoughtful design elements like anti-theft features, built-in lights, this bike is a solid investment for anyone looking to enhance their daily commute or leisurely rides. Alright guys, we're out here for the ride test, and before we hop on it, just want to do a quick walk around, make sure we hit all of those specs for you. So first and foremost, we've got our motor in the rear over here. As you can tell, she is ready to roll. We do have mechanical disc brakes here. Now because these bikes don't go terribly fast, and they're really not that heavy, not a huge deal to see mechanical disc brakes here, but getting hydraulic brakes would be pretty awesome. Now this bike is different than the other Wing bikes that we've tested, mainly due to the aesthetics. So everything is silver. We've got silver brake handles, we've got silver calipers down there at the bottom, gray fenders, gray tires, everything's gray and silver, and then we get this kind of cool lighter tan style for the saddle and for the grips. And it matches pretty well. If you're getting real technical, it's a little bit off, but not too shabby. Now, I think the idea is pretty cool, kind of having this all, silver bike. The only thing for me is that there's just too many variations to the color for it to come together, I think, really cohesively. Like, the tires are a darker gray than this. This is a different gray than this. This is a different gray than the silver. This silver is different than that silver. This chrome's different than this chrome. So as you kind of like go through it, there are certain aspects of it that they just don't all, they're not all the same, right? Not a huge deal. If you look at it from far away, you're not really paying close attention. It looks cool because it's all, it's all silver. Then we got a couple of things. We've got, the display and this down here. We've also got our shifter over there, a little Shimano up there, and those are black. And then those cables for that are black. So it's, in my opinion, it's close, I think, to being something that's actually kind of show-stopping, different. The way that the wing bikes mount to the seat is interesting, or to the top tube there. I find that to be pretty interesting with, using these Allens right here to, extend it or lower it. And then one of the things I do really like, just from, like a aesthetics perspective, is the fact that we have these like semi-integrated cables right here going down to the brakes. So this could be out, it could be run underneath, it could be, a lot of things, but having these hollowed out and running it through there is super interesting. And I think the only reason why we don't get full integration is because the saddle's gonna slice, right through there. So it's got to break out there a little bit. Maybe they could bring this a little bit closer this way and bring these up a little bit further, and then we get even less cables on the outside. But we can't get, with the way it's set up right now, we can't get full, integration because of the saddle. So it's cool the way it goes in, but it is hindering us from having that full integration unless they wanted to run it down through the bottom of the frame and then out like we've seen some people do. So that would be an option as well. And yeah, that's pretty much enough chatting about it. Let's go ahead and hop on here and do a little ride. Go in. We're gonna go this way. All of a sudden got the hankering for a Snickers bar. With almonds, of course. I put in pedal assist 5 right out of the gate, and even at, we're in 5th gear right here, this is a really solid cadence for 20 miles an hour. So from a gearing perspective, I think they got it right on the money. Go to 6, 7, yeah, 5 through 7 both feel pretty good. 7 might be a little, 6 might be the sweet spot there. 5 or 6. Now this is a very upright ride feel, and I'm just gonna check the camera and make sure you guys can see what's going on down here. Hope you can. Because I'm pretty much straight up and down. If I was looking for a perfect pedal geometry, I would probably put the seat up about another 1.5 inches, 2 inches, something like that. Struggling a little bit on that hill there, the incline. Some of you guys are like, that's not a hill, this is a hill. And yes, that is not a very good hill to call a hill, but did slow down quite a bit there, even though I was pedaling the same amount. We'll go ahead and do a brake test here in a second. Nice controlled stop. We don't get any skidding, which some of you might like, or some of you might want the option to skid. I usually want the option to skid because I like to skid a lot. And then from a safety perspective, I know that I'm in control of my own destiny. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just pedaling around, and the nice thing about cadence sensors, because there's the debate, right? Cadence versus torque. The nice thing about cadence sensors, I can put this in 1st gear, do a nice leisurely pedal with 0 resistance, I still go 20 miles per hour, right? So it's a different ride feel, right? If it were me, I'd prefer torque, of course. Of course, guys, come on, what do you think I am? But, you gotta talk about the advantages of having it the other way as well. It's more of an experience difference than better or worse. And I'm saying that as somebody who used to be very much like torque sensors are better than cadence. And after talking with some different people and kind of hearing the argument from the other side, I realized that it is a different riding experience, and some people just want to get on their bike and do some cruising and have that mobility. And other people are looking for a solid ride feel. And you just gotta pick what works for you guys. Do what you do. Yeah, as far as the ride feel goes, we don't have any suspension here, so I was expecting us to be a little bit bumpier, but for some reason, I don't know if it's just like all of my weight is pretty much off the handlebars because I'm so straight up. My wrists feel fine, my butt feels fine. It's really not a terrible riding experience whatsoever. It kind of reminds me of ye olden bikes of yesteryear, where you see the guys that, they got the handlebars and they're kind of straight up and down, and the bikes were shorter. That's kind of what it feels like, because it's not a terribly big bike. I am 5'10", 220 pounds, as all you hardcore fans know. And it's probably a little bit small for me, because if I try to raise this saddle up to a good pedal geometry for pedaling, well, then my arms are going to be kind of pretty much down. Right here is nice and it's comfortable, but like I said, if I want to jack the seat up a little bit, then let's run into some issues there. Yeah, guys, we are cruising. So what have we learned today? We have learned that Wing is putting out some pretty interesting, fairly affordable products. Ooh, a new Lakewood Quart Center's coming in. That's kind of neat. Yeah, it looks like I'm running out of juice here. Should have charged it up for the ride test. I had, looked like I had 2 bars left, but I think it was only 1. So we made another 3-4 miles on that last bar. And now we're pedaling. But we do get to test how it rides as a traditional bike. And again, not too shabby. I do like the grips here. These grips are a nice ergonomic grip. Double locking mechanism on here, which I always point out when I see it, because that's what I would throw on every single one of my bikes if I was gonna keep them long term. At least 1 locking grip, you gotta have 1. But 2 is pretty nice. Well guys, we made it to the store. We had just enough juice to get a Snickers bar. How about that? What a way to end a video. Whew. How's it going? Good. Ooh, just that. All right, have a good one. Oh, thank you. All right, there we go. Delicious.